In this lesson, we're going to define what is paraphrasing, explain why you need to paraphrase, explain what is not paraphrasing, illustrate the difference between quoting and paraphrasing, and show how to paraphrase. So, what is paraphrasing? A paraphrase is when you restate somebody else's work, such as a text in an article, and give the same meaning in another form. So, what does that mean? First, you restate the original author's words in your own words. Then you use a different sentence structure than the original author. That's what's meant by another form. Lastly, you make sure that you preserve the meaning that the original author intended. So why do you need to paraphrase? Well, graduate school papers should mostly be in your own words. Quotations should be used sparingly, and the guidelines are to use approximately one quotation per 10 pages of written work. When you paraphrase, you send a signal to the reader that you're knowledgeable about the subject, because in order to paraphrase, you must really understand the subject matter. Paraphrasing allows you to efficiently compare, contrast, and synthesize the ideas of scholars because you're able to succinctly express their ideas. And lastly, when you paraphrase and cite, you avoid plagiarism. Now let's explain what is not paraphrasing. You can't just change a couple of the words and consider it to be paraphrasing. Similarly, simply rearranging the words or replacing some words with synonyms or omitting a couple of words or changing the punctuation or reordering the same phrases in a sentence or reordering the same sentences in the paragraph is not paraphrasing. Each of these is merely making minor and trivial changes, not restating the text in your own words and changing the sentence structure. Let's now discuss the difference between quoting and paraphrasing. Quoting is when you use the exact words of another author. You must enclose the words in quotation marks and cite them with the page number. If you're quoting 40 words or more, then you use a block quotation and again cite it. A paraphrase, in contrast, communicates the same meaning only in your own words and using your own sentence structure. However, you still cite it. Let's illustrate an example of a quotation. At the top is the original work, which is a long sentence. At the bottom is the quotation. It's the exact same words, only the words have a quotation mark at the beginning and a quotation mark at the end. After the ending quotation mark is the citation, and after that is a period. Now let's compare that quotation with a paraphrase. You see the quotation on top and the paraphrase on the bottom. The quotation is, innovative firms should focus their efforts on identifying opportunities in their R&D processes to initiate related corporate social responsibility activities that could help them build a good reputation, which in the long run can give them a competitive advantage and profitable results. The paraphrase is, firms can gain a competitive advantage and improve profitability by including corporate social responsibility activities within their research and development processes. You see that the paraphrase sentence structure is different, and the meaning has been expressed in the new author's own words. Please note that a paraphrase also has a citation, just like the quotation. However, the page number for the paraphrase is recommended, not required. Here's a way to break down the original author's work into a series of bullet points that you can then rearrange into a paraphrase. I've taken the original work on the left and highlighted the main points in blue, green, and violet. I've taken those main points then on the right and converted them into bullet points. So the 3 bullet points are: 1. Identify opportunities in R&D processes. 2. Initiate corporate social responsibility activities. 4. 3. Competitive advantage and profitable results. In the next slide, we will rearrange these bullet points into the paraphrase. First, we'll take the violet point and say, firms can gain a competitive advantage and improve profitability by including, and here we will include the green point, corporate social responsibility activities within there, and here we will incorporate the blue point, research and development processes. So you see, we've rearranged the points. The last bullet point is the first one in the paraphrase, and the first bullet point is the last one in the paraphrase. We started the sentence with the subject of this information, which is the firm or company. Remember, when you paraphrase, you should restate the original text in your own words, use a different sentence structure than the original text, and preserve the meaning of the original text. Lastly, make sure that you cite a paraphrase just like you would a quotation. I hope that you've learned about paraphrasing and feel more comfortable using it. Thanks for listening.